Don't eat my pants.
Hello, I'm Robert. Welcome back to the High Desert Ranch and Homestead channel. I'm going to bring to you a classic example of what you'll see if you're raising calves, and that is called calf bloat. So as you can see, I don't know if you I have two assistants, one operating the camera. The classic bloat is if you're either looking at the back side or if you're looking directly at the calf, you'll notice almost like they've swallowed a beach ball, and that's just the buildup of gases in the stomach. And that can be caused by a lot of issues, whether it's the milk that they're drinking from their mother, if you're bottle feeding. In this case, they're not having milk anymore, so it could be a combination of lack of water, even depending on the grass you have in your pasture. With his case, the children have called him curious. I think it's the high concentration of the range feed block, the high protein, and even the combination of a 4-way feed that I'm feeding him. So I've taken him off the range block, and I'm going to take him off the grain as well, because it could be that it's just too much for him to handle, where his brother, who wants attention, he does a lot better. So, all right, all right, so I have an assistant, Ashton. He's awesome. He's visiting from the heat of Arizona, and so he's a brave soul. Really, it's a simple process. You just take an old garden hose, make sure you cut enough length, and what you want to figure out is you're trying to get back to the very forced stomach, which is here in the back. So you want to make sure you cut it long enough to where you can feed it down his mouth into that stomach, and try and keep a mark. I should probably mark this with like a marker or something. Anyways, so I've taken mineral oil, which you can buy at any pharmacy, grocery store, feed store even, which will help with the natural digestion. So I've just lubed that up, and if Ashton, you want to set that down. He's pretty tame, so Ashton's going to just help hold him in place, and what I'm going to do is stick it down the right side. If you stick it down the left, you're going to get right into his lungs, but if you put it down the right side of his throat, and I'm just going to feel for it, you'll be able to feel that hose, and you just want to do it slowly. Obviously it's not the most comfortable for these calves, and what you do is you find right in between their teeth, and that gets them to open up their mouth. Sometimes you have to, what you're going to listen for is it's just, you're going to start hearing those gases just burping, and once we get it back there, you're not only going to hear a lot of gas escape, but you're going to smell it too, and that beach ball is just going to start deflating. You hear that? Oh, you will get a little bit of that, but I don't know if you notice his stomach. It's like a ball. That's a good smell. That's what you want to be smelling. That's all the gases that are backed up. So you'll know not only when you hit it, but you'll see a literally deflation of the stomach. You'll hear the gas, and you're going to smell it. Right, Ashton?
That was amazing. You're in for a real treat.
About the only time you want to smell that smell is when you're trying to relieve the calf from bloat. So, Ashton, if you want to grab the funnel, so this is where the funnel comes into play. You'll want to do at minimum a ½ gallon of mineral oil. That just kind of helps with the process.
Oil?
Yeah. And obviously it's not super comfortable for the calves or for a cow. And this will just help unplug anything that's maybe still causing any sort of discomfort. And if you can buy the mineral oil more in bulk, you're going to save some money. So I would recommend keeping some on hand for sure. This is the most effective method I've seen. I've tried baking soda. They recommend puncturing, but that's if you're basically only have minutes to spare, so you never want to let it get that bad, the bloat. But this is a pretty severe case that this guy had today. But this garden hose method and this oil in a tube will help just fine. So you want to stop. Okay. Alrighty, so then we just, now that we've given them about 3 16-ounce bottles of mineral oil, we're just going to slowly pull this back out. So, alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to give him a drink of water, and then a good sign is when he starts to regurgitate some of that cud and starts chewing out again. So there you have it. Solve your case of extreme calf bloat in less than 5 minutes. And I appreciate you liking, subscribing, share with those that are in this field, because I have not seen this treatment anywhere on YouTube before. It's either the baking soda or sodium bicarbonate, or you puncture with a needle, and you don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So please like and share this with those that you know that own calves, because they're going to get bloat one time or another, and this is a great way to alleviate it. So thanks for coming along and helping me be your ticket to escape the ordinary and find out what it's like to live life here in the Intermountain West.